Somewhat different, Don. He's not a power pitcher any longer. He made 32 starts this season, had a very good ERA, pitched over 200 innings. And look at the opponent's batting average. To me, that's a real
Kendall. As Jaso hits it in the air to left, David Murphy is there, and there's one down. On the ground on the first baseline, right to Moreland will take it to the bag, 2 down.
Crawford. He doesn't bunt much.
Crawford lines it to center field, and that'll get in for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Carl Crawford. And it's aboard here for the Rays in the first inning. Strikes out to conclude the top of the first inning. Half an inning done in this one. The Rangers are coming up. 6-year-old on the hill and trying to keep this season going for the Tampa Bay Rays.
He established career highs with his 15-win season. Also pitched 204 and 2/3 innings.
Game here in Arlington. 2-2 to Andrews is in there for strike 3. 96 that time. The 3-2 is on the ground to first base. Pena's got it. He'll take it himself to the bag. 2 down. In the air to shallow left center as Carl Crawford makes his way in and puts it away. Matt Garza has a 1-2-3 first. We're done with one from Arlington. No score in game 3. To right center. Is leading it off, and grounding was Joyce. It is off of Moreland into foul ground, but covering, and in time is Colby Lewis. Nice play by the pitcher to get over there to cover, and they just do now. Matt Joyce
there, but only had a couple of bats.
Johnson strikes out. It's the second strikeout for Lewis, and there's 2 down here in the second inning. 3-2 to Pena, there's ball 4. Carlos Pena down to first with the first free pass served up by Colby Lewis. And largely the reason that they have not been able to win one of these games. Down to third, Young will go to second. The force out there concludes the top of the second. Inning and a half done from Arlington, Texas. No score in game 3. 1-2 pitch, and it is up the middle, but nicely picked on the backhand by Zobrist, who fires to first for the out. On the ground to third base, it's gathered by Longoria. Throw across is in time, and there's 2 down.
Again, Garza
in the regular season. They'll take the walk with 2 down to the first base runner of the day for the Rangers. Murphy lines it into right center field, a base hit. Kinsler is headed for third as Joyce gets it back into the infield. Wild throw back in, but no further advance. The Rangers have runners at the corners with 2 down. Garza on the ground to third base. Longoria will go to first with it. Not a good throw, but leaning to grab it into foul ground is Pena to make the out, and Garza is out of the jam. So the Rangers threaten but don't score. We're scoreless.
Ball loose on the infield.
There's Jason Bartlett to lead it off for the Rays. It's a fly ball out to right field. Nelson Cruz is back there, and he puts it away. Away from Tropicana Field. He strikes out. It's the bad news from Jerry Neal's home plate umpire. It's a third K for Colby. 1-2 the count to Ben Zobrist. He's got 3 Ks. And make it 4. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the third. We're through 2.5 without a score in game 3.
Postseason making a second start.
This one down the left field line. It'll get in fair to the corner. Carl Crawford over to play it. Moreland is headed for second base. He will get there standing. A double to start the last half of the third inning for Texas. This one will get away. Kicks off Jaso, and to third goes Moreland. They don't even need to give up. Grounded up the middle. Bartlett with a play at first. He makes it, but the run scores, and the Rangers strike first. From third, Moreland is in, and the Rangers lead it 1-0.
Ron Washington has definitely changed the mind.
99, they had bought in fully. Ron Washington has been selling here. He's on the ground as Zobrist at second, and Michael Young is retired 2 down here.
That span.
Swing and a miss. Garza strikes him out, but it's the Rangers who strike first. They lead it 1-0 at the end of 3. 4 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Crawford gets jammed and pops it up, foul ground. Molina and Young, it'll be Young, the third baseman, who puts it away. They wore to Oakland and to Los Angeles in August. The hockey jerseys. This is slowly rolled to Andrews, who goes on the run and in time to get Evan Longoria. Nice play by Andrews, and there's 2 down here in the 4th inning. This is on the ground and by the dive of Kinsler at second into right field. Matt Joyce collects the 2nd hit for the Rays of the ballgame. He'll take the walk. And the 2nd walk allowed by Lewis. In the 4th with 2 on and 2 outs. Pena hits a high fly ball to right field. Back goes Cruz towards the corner. Onto the track, has room and makes the catch. Pena gives it a ride, but the Rays strand a pair. 3.5 John, 1-0 Texas. Vlad Guerrero leads it off, trickles one down the 3rd baseline. Longoria was deep. All he can do is let it roll, and it's fair. It's off the bag, fair, and on is Guerrero. On the ground towards short. Bartlett will try to start it for 2. On his 2nd for 1 to first, they do get 2. Guerrero's able to induce the ground ball double play, and there's 2. Kinsler hits it in the air to left center field. Over from center is B.J. Upton, who makes the catch that ends the inning. We're through 4 in game 3. The Texas Rangers lead it 1-0.
Quickly here, starting the 5th.
Well, at the end of the bat, it trickles down to first base, and Moreland with an easy play to tag the bag at first.
Moving Mitch over to 3rd base, and then Elvis got the ground ball.
Okay, Ron, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
There's line drive out the center off the bat of Jason Bartlett, tracked by Josh Hamilton to the corner. He tried. 3-2 is rolling inside, ball 4. And Jason is down to first base. There is the 3rd. He's not running, and there's ball 4. Back-to-back walks allowed by Kobe Lewis. And this will bring it. Crawford strikes out. A big strikeout for Kobe Lewis. Halfway through, 1-0 Texas. Again, he's up to 79 pitches. On the ground, it's Zobrist at 2nd. Murphy is out number 1 of the 5th inning. On the ground by the mound, Zobrist is there. And a throw on to first base for out number 2. So 2 ground ball out. Swings at the 2-1 and grounds it down the line. At first, it's a fair ball. Garza will cover for the out. It wraps up the 5th inning. We are through 5 from the Rangers ballpark in Arlington. 1-0 Texas. Ball 4, and he walks the leadoff hitter. And there is the 5th walk given up by Lewis.
Has been a starter this season, and he has made 4 relief appearances this year.
Joyce hits it on the ground right side. Kinsler spins to 2nd for 1. Back to first. Safe at first base is Joyce. The high throw pulled him from. As Johnson hooks it into right field, a base hit. Matt Joyce trying to go to 3rd base. The throw from right field. Now trying to get him at 2nd, and they do. He rounded it and tried to return to the bag and throw the brakes on, but the throw goes behind him from Cruz. And Joyce is out at 2nd base. Pena will take the walk again. It is the 2nd time he has walked in a game.
Dominican Summer League before this season. He's a power arm. He has an electric fastball, a great.
B.J. Upton lines it into left field for a base hit. Coming around from 2nd base is Johnson to tie this game. Pena will stop at 3rd, and finally the Rays get a big hit. B.J. Upton with an RBI double. Finally cashing in an opportunity, and they tie the game.
Again, Longoria.
Bartlett will lift it to right, but Cruz is there, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. But the Rays break through with a run to tie this game 1-1 after 5.5. Young and Hamilton to bat here in the 6th inning for Texas. Back off Garza, kicks out towards 2nd. Zobrist with the throw that's not in time. He slowed it up enough, and Andrews with good speed. Andrews not going as Young strikes out, and Garza with a big K. So his 3rd strikeout, he gets Young for the first out of the 6th inning. And then in August at 3:56. Runner goes, swing and a miss for strike 3. The throw is not in time. The Rays and Garza are going to argue that he came off the bag and overslid.
Bullpen is quiet.
Ball 4. Guerrero down to first. Center joins him as well. at shortstop by Jason Bartlett. Fully extended to make the grab. It ends the 6th inning. The Rangers stranding 2. Tied 1-1 at the end of 6 from Texas.
He allowed a walk and struck out 2. Regular season.
Jason, the swing and a miss, strikes out to start the 7th inning.
Helpful to me in my rookie year.
And Zobrist trying to straighten it out, lifts a fly ball out towards deep left center field. That ball is back, and it'll get back to the track in the wall. And Zobrist to pull it up at second base. A 1-out double. And the Rays collect their 5th hit of the day. Out there again, and it's called strike 3. Crawford didn't like strike 2, and he really doesn't like strike 3. As Longoria grounds one back up the middle, Kinsler moves over, and a sidearm throw to first is in time. The Rays leave Zobrist in scoring position at second at 7th inning stretch. Game tied at 1. Of his outing. And Kinsler hits it a ton to left. Will it stay fair? It's down the line to left, and that ball is gone. Ian Kinsler has put Texas on top 2-1. The base is empty, and he drives one to right. Joyce will go back and reel it in right field. As mentioned before, 14 professional seasons as a member of the Rangers organization. Elena reaches out, flares one to left. Crawford dives and makes the catch. Great speed allowing him to get there, and then he lays it out. Moreland to right field, where Matt Joyce is positioned perfectly and puts it away. A home run for Ian Kinsler to lead off this inning has given the Texas Rangers a 2-1 lead at the end of 7 in Game 3.
The right hand.
Rodriguez strikes out. Gets the bad news from Jerry Meals. He's out number 1 of the 8th. Johnson to right field. Nelson Cruz going back at the wall. He leaps, can't get it. It's off the wall. Johnson scampers for second as Cruz guns it back in. Head first slide, and it's a wall ball double for Dan Johnson with 1 out in the 8th.
Boy, he just missed hitting that ball out of the ball.
Pena lines it into right field for a base hit. They're going to wave Jennings around a bobble in right for Cruz, and the game is tied at 2. Carlos Pena comes up with a big base hit to tie the game in the 8th.
Again, lefty against lefty. The RBI single.
Here's Jaron O'Day into the game. Upton strikes out. It's the 2nd out of the 8th. And there's 2 away with Pena first. With 2 outs in the 8th inning. With 70 appearances during the regular season. 40 saves in 43 save opportunities. Bartlett will take the walk, and the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jaso lines it into center field, in for a base hit. From second base comes Pena. The throw from Hamilton's offline, and the Rays take the lead. Throw to second is not in time. Tampa Bay has struck twice here in the 8th, and they take the lead.
What an at-bat by Jaso. Feliz came with the slider and hung it out over the plate, and he takes
at the plate, who hits a fly ball in the air to shallow right. Out goes Kinsler. He's under it, and he puts it away. Tampa Bay ties the game, then takes the lead with 2 runs in the 8th. We head to the last of the 8th. 3-2 Tampa Bay. Andrews hits it on the ground at first. It's picked by Pena. He'll need help as Benoit covers the bag for the out. And diving head first was Andrews, trying to get there first. Strike 3 call over the outside corner. First strikeout for Benoit, and there's 2 down in the 8th. Came at back here where Hamilton sends one to left. Crawford on the run, dives and makes the catch in left field. His 2nd very good catch in 2 innings. It's a 1-2-3-8. We head to the 9th with the Rays on top 3-2. Rays getting ready for the 9th inning to include Guerrero, Cruz, and Kinsler. Here's a fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes Cruz at the wall. He leaps and it is gone. An insurance run for the Tampa Bay Rays as Carl Crawford takes it out of the yard, and the Rays lead it 4-2.
All of a sudden, everything is right with Tampa Bay. They took the lead. Holding the Rangers in check early. Dustin Nippert has made 38 appearances.
And no doubt those sting the most. As Longoria now takes one to right field, sending Cruz back. This was hitting the yard, well short of the track. And Longoria is retired for the first out in series. As he lines one into left field for a base hit. Going to play it is Bourbon, as at first base is Rodriguez with a one-out single. Ibar to center field. Josh Hamilton headed back and over to make the running catch for the second out of the inning. 3-2 to Pena. He's in the air to right center field, deep and far as Hamilton goes back towards the track, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Carlos Pena, and the Rays have taken a 6-2 lead. So more than enough room now for Tampa Bay. He came into this inning with just a 1-run lead. Now a pop-up on the infield right side as Kinsler backs up and makes the catch, with the damage most certainly done. A 3-run ninth inning for the Rays. Crawford homers, Pena homers, and it's 6-2 Rays. What is now a non-save situation during the regular season, 45 out of 48. As Guerrero with a big swing and a miss strikes out for the first out of the ninth. 2010. Cruz hits a fly ball out towards left center field and deep. That ball is back and that ball is gone. So the Rangers not going quietly in the bottom of the ninth. Mentioned have not given up a run to the Rangers. There's a home run for Nelson Cruz in 22 during the regular season. 1-1 to Kinsler. He's in the air towards left center field, up to and will get it as he runs into left center to make the grab. He got a great jump. The 0-1 pitch. Bourbon hits a fly ball to right field. Ben Zobrist is there, and the Tampa Bay Rays have won Game 3 of the series and force a Game 4 of this American League Division Series as the Rays win it 6-3 to take Game 3.